Good morning, South Florida.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Grab your coffee as we brew up the talk of the day.
From the latest scoop around town
to feel-good stories and messages of hope.
A few jokes and live calling.
Highlighting local businesses.
Discussing hot trends and news stories.
A dash of feel-good nostalgia.
I love those morning cartoons.
Keeping up with upcoming events.
Sometimes trying and delicious foods.
Weekly horoscope updates.
An occasional flying duck.
Some sparkle dust.
Don't forget my bell.
And my wand.
With our brew crew laughing on set.
So grab your coffee, your bagel, donut, or any breakfast as we get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
And don't leave us hanging. Give us a follow. Comment live or call right into the show at 888-994-4995 Studio B.
Whether it's a tip of the day or just to say good morning, we'd love to hear from you.
From Amp Media Production Studio, it's
the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. Freddie, you have to get up. We've got a morning show to do.
Just give me 5 more minutes. Where'd I put my hat?
Come on, Freddie. You don't have time. Get out of bed.
I can never find my hat when I need it.
We'll get the hat at the studio. Let's go. Pour yourself some coffee and get to the studio because it's time for the morning show.
Now, where's my bell? Welcome. The ending of that thing blanks out. So
I don't
we have
know
to
why.
fix it.
We got to fix it.
It's another one of those Freddy things, blank the board.
Morning. Happy hump day.
Happy 9/11.
Happy Wednesday. I know. 9/11.
Never work on 9/11. Since I met you, I started going back to work. Before I met you, I would stay home and hibernate.
So now we're just going to pay tribute to the memory of all those lives that we lost in 9/11 and because of 9/11.
Yes. True. Everybody has a war story about 9/11. Where were you on this infamous day? You can call in. What's the number?
888-994-4995 at Studio A. It's Wednesday. And you know what? Let's pay tribute to all the families and victims.
Amen to that. But if you have a story you want to share with us, we'll put you on the air with us so that sometimes you need a little closure. You need an out. You need to talk to somebody. So we're here for you.
Truth. You know, every time I listen to our open, I think, can you imagine if that were actually a fact? I hear my voice and go, wow, that must be so annoying to wake up to.
What, the morning
Every
stuff?
morning, my morning voice. Like, let's wake up, let's go. Can you imagine what that really sounds like? Don't say it, because you know what it sounds like every time we're in the back.
I hear it
Freddie,
every morning.
we gotta go.
You know that.
Let's do a show. You gotta get out of your chair. Let's go.
That morning thing reminds me of Baxton.
Why?
Because he used to go, wake up, America.
We gotta go. Speaking of we gotta go, how'd you like that debate last night? We have to address the elephant in the room because it happened. We're in the election season. There are things to do. So what did you think?
Well, I'm not going to give my.
You can't pick sides.
I'm not going to give my opinion because no matter what I say, I'm going to be wrong, depending on who you talk to.
True.
The one factor that you have to agree on, that we all have to agree on, is game on.
Yes.
Game is on. You know, there's a brew now as to who's going to win the White House. It's not going to be a walk. I got to tell you, Trump was going to walk all over Biden. We all saw that. Everybody knows that, and everybody wants to be politically correct and say, you know, the man, the myth, and the legend. He did serve his country more than once, over and over, as whatever he was. That's done. And like she elegantly pointed out to him, you're not running against Biden no more, buddy. You're running against me. And she told him her name. But that wasn't the part that threw me. That threw me is I watch everything like a football game. And the opening whistle, when she went over, stuck her hand out, and dared him to shake it.
Right. Kamala Harris, nice to meet you.
That's
I know, right?
And she said that because she had never met him before, ever. In their whole years, they've never met. And I think that was the first left hook. That was the first pass in the game. And sometimes when you have a team, like if you look at the Jet 49er game, they just got kicked in the mouth, man. And that first pass that we dropped was the punch to the gut. And then when they moved with the ball, the Jets were on their heels. So yesterday, I just saw she came out punching. So game on. Good, bad, or indifferent. Doesn't make a difference who you think won, who doesn't. I have my own personal belief on it. And Gio and me were talking about it last night. Game on. I mean, you got choice now. Now there's choice. Good or bad, you have choice. And go out and vote. That's all I ask you to do. I don't care who you vote for, but vote.
You know, it's so funny because I know what you and I do for a living, right? There's communication in a lot of different ways, and you probably all learned this, right? There's verbal communication, there's nonverbal communication, there's just cues that you can take on body language. And if you just watch the body language, man, we always say video versus sound, what's more important? Mm-hmm. You could have actually watched the same debate without sound and still come up. Going on. You know exactly what's going on if you look at
That's because language. You're in the business. It's a little
that's
different.
What I'm saying. So people who are not, and they don't realize it when they say, oh, did you see this? I'm thinking, well, did you see that? Because even when their mics were turned off, all you had to see was body language on both sides and what was happening and the way she positioned and the way he was stance at the podium versus the way her body language was not as forward as his was. So it was amazing. So anyone who's taking communications in school, I think it's great to learn the body language. That was my favorite class in school, actually, was nonverbal communication.
Yeah, body language.
Right, because you can learn a lot from leaning forward.
And now they have something called the spin room.
Oh, I could do that really well.
The spin room. Nobody ever called it the spin room. You know what a spin room is?
You can spin the conversation to what you want it to be.
Rubio was in there. Did you see the Rubio piece? Oh, my goodness gracious. And Latino brother, I'm going to tell you in Spanish, tu estás bobo. Because what you did yesterday was just add more gasoline to the fire, in my opinion. You don't call out the session. You don't call out the moderators because they were beating up on Trump. You don't do that. If you're going to take a punch in his face, you got to say, listen, round one, she wins, if that's what you want to say. We move on to the next round. That doesn't make her the next president of the United States. It just drew it closer to two of them because you're chasing Trump. There's no doubt about it. You are chasing the man. Everybody in this country knows that Trump has the numbers. He can only fumble the ball. J.D. Lance, or whatever that guy's name is. He ain't no tackle for you. He ain't helping your cause. Did you see the part where the president said one thing? I haven't talked to him about that. That's a fumble. Don't do that. All I'm saying, game on. Did you guys watch it last night?
No, I didn't.
Did
Tatiana, you did?
Yes,
not
I did.
really, to be honest.
You watched it. What did you think?
It was pretty interesting. Kamala came out swinging every time. I really enjoyed.
As a woman, not as a politician, did you feel that what she was saying was in your best interest?
Absolutely, especially the part where she said about for giving families who are buying their first homes $25,000 to be able to buy their first homes. Hopefully I can buy a home one day, and that will be a tremendous help for a down payment.
Agreed.
That really stuck out with me.
Agree. And the thing about businesses getting $50,000, startup businesses getting $50,000, I bet you the foundation will qualify for that. You know, you just, and is she going to do it? Probably not. Probably not going to happen. Because you got to go through Congress so she can put it out there and see what Congress is going to vote on. But it's important that you at least acknowledge the fact that she gave you a piece of evidence or piece of something that you can hang your hand out to. Did you hear anything besides eating cats that was kind of wild last night?
There was so much that was wild. There were so many questions that they asked that on both sides weren't answered because their agenda had to be answered first. So they asked a question, and there are many times I'm thinking, but they did not answer. Neither side. And even on the rebuttal, they rebutted what the other one said. But sometimes they didn't even answer the questions of what it was. Some things were just ridiculous. But some things were not.
Well, her game plan was to bait him and let him talk himself into a friend's mission accomplished. She didn't even answer the questions. She started to go towards policy, but he didn't want to play that game.
Well, she's been well trained as a prosecutor.
Yes.
She's been well trained as an attorney. She's been well trained in the Senate. She's been well trained as the vice president.
She's a politician.
Communication, legal matters. She talked about what he has been charged with. All his criminal activities that are not alleged activities.
The way she put that into the conversation, I thought that was communications 101.
But she stays calm.
But she stays equal. Yes, she
And
didn't
he
say,
doesn't.
and you're this, and she didn't do that.
She is well trained in that arena.
That's right. And the problem we're going to have now is that being in the political eye is everything is about perception. If I say something, like we had a quick meeting today about what we want to do today, and I throw all these curveballs at you, and the first thing I could see, the eyes and D's like in the headlight, like this. Like, what are we doing? Because there's a lot that gets thrown at you. A president has 100 things thrown at them, one after the other. You ever seen the show Survivor?
Mm-hmm.
The last president that was appointed.
Oh, that one. I thought you meant Survivor,
No, not
where
that
they're
one.
naked in the
The Soul Survivor or the Last Survivor.
Yes.
If you
Kiefer Sutherland.
yes.
Yes, that was amazing.
If you watch what he goes through, they say that's only 1/10 of what the president really goes through. It's every day, boom, 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 boom. And it's funny because one small thing, wearing a pin, as the president of the United States has such ramifications that they'll tell you yes, no, take off that shirt, take off that tie, your haircut. You notice Trumpy, his hair looked good.
Nice. And you also have to notice that they each had the American flag pin on.
On
the exact same spot, on the exact same left side lapel. So there's a lot of things that you probably didn't notice, but if you look at, so it took all of that playing field out, because that was equal playing field, right? They both look great. Their hair were both done. They both had their pins on. They were both
Her
in
blush
suits.
was at 9 degrees.
Her
Did you
makeup
see
was
You see the
spectacular.
blush? You see what she was wearing? Her face was even. Oh, you got to understand, when you're in production, you look at everything. Everything. Her face was even. It wasn't like this, and it wasn't like this. The eye deal was even. And I was watching. Do you know Comcast went out?
But he as well looked good. He wasn't orange. His hair didn't have that
He
sweet.
looked sweet. I'm going to tell you.
I mean, they both had definitely people working on their appearance or outward appearance.
They
for
came
sure.
out. They came out both boxing. And the only thing that I would have suggested is that he should have used his experience as being president. He didn't do that. He didn't play his A game. He played the accusation game because that has brought him this far.
That's true. He didn't talk about when he was president. He just talked about what's happening now with the economy. But you know what I think happened? If people like Kamala, they're staying with her. If you like Trump, you're staying with him. People aren't changing sides.
Well, they had some people
It's
that
the
they were,
indecisives.
yeah.
It's your age. It's your generation that makes the difference.
Yep.
It's the Hispanic and the minority votes that are going to make a difference.
That's the difference.
It's the women Hispanic and minority votes that make even a bigger difference. So depending on where it goes, and all because you're Hispanic doesn't mean you're voting one way.
No.
Because there's the economic side to Latino culture, and that might go a different way. So none of it's a clean sweep.
Well, the one thing that bothered me was he stayed away from January 6th. He had a chance to say that he regretted or he has some form of remorse. They asked him 3 times. They gave him 3 opportunities to say that he had remorse. He does not, because he believed that that was fair and just, and he's with it, and that's going to be his legacy from now on. And I got to tell you something. Personally, my opinion, I'm an American. I am red, white, and blue all over. And when I heard him say that he did not say that he had remorse for that at the nation, at the Capitol, that to me really blew me away. That really upset me.
If he had said that,
then maybe I would have said, all right, I voted for Trump the first time over
but if
Hillary.
he had said that, the people that supported him on January 6th, do you think, and it's a matter of opinion, he would have lost their belief
If he had said, I'm sorry?
and their allegiance? Yes. Because
He
all
had
of
said,
those
"I'm
people
sorry."
that got riled up for January 6th
Well,
would
I
be,
think he would have added a different twist to the game. I think he would have sincere, I'm sorry, and I'm sorry it happened. I'm sorry that I didn't stop it. And something, anything.
I think the immigration's a hot point. I think border control's a hot point. And abortion is a tremendous touch point.
Well, Listen.
Women's right to choose.
There's nothing you could do about
health
abortion.
care.
You can't change that. That's Roe versus Wade is gone. For now. And you can't undo that. Now, he had a point of took it out of the government, he brought it in the states, but it depends on your definition of what that means.
Depends on, look at our state.
Oh, that's another. It's just wild. But anyway, if you thought that the debate was going to cure your ills about why gasoline is the way it is, or why bread is the way it is, that ain't happening. If you thought that it was going to give you a pill to resolve the issues that you personally at home are going through, your kid in school and everything else, that wasn't going to happen. That's not what this is about.
Well, you know what's going on in schools right now? Did you all anyone go to public school here? I know, Abdullah, you did.
Yeah, I went to public school. He also went to public school. We both went to the same middle and high schools.
Yep. Loggers run in Olympic Heights in Belga.
Tatiana, you as well?
Yeah, I went to Jupiter High School.
There's a lot of things going on with high school. We were talking to a good friend of ours who left one of the schools to get back into the system because she couldn't afford to stay in the school she was at. She was at a charter school.
Absolutely.
And these teachers who are working so hard to educate our youth, without teachers, our youth would not be educated, right? They can't afford a living. They can't afford to be at the school with these kids that they love and have relationships with that we've had for years with them. She couldn't afford to stay.
Well, Boca High, we were just there a couple of days ago, and they have a media center that the teacher came back a year ago, and they had canceled the program because teachers, they couldn't find anybody to not pay them to do it. And I wish that we can extend and help them. It costs money back and forth, production, the equipment they have in there and things of that nature. It does cost money. It costs the Board of Education budget to do it. And you have to pay somebody to teach them how to do it. But this skill is a little bit more difficult because it's about your creativity and your desire to want to get ahead is what's going to make that class. And we saw 2 different classes that day.
Well, look at our semesters here with the foundation, with the Amp Media Futures Foundation, and giving all of our interns an opportunity to learn a media production in a studio. Every semester every day we've got a different group because you were all not here yesterday as a cluster, right? Abdullah was here, but you weren't. So the dynamics of it change every day based on who's here. The work that goes out changes based on who's here. To see Nathan's leadership skills just go whoop, every day get higher and higher is incredible.
And having Encyclopedia on the board because we only have him for a short window is important. Now, you go to Palm State and Lake Worth, right? Mm-hmm. Do you know we met 2 ladies from your school yesterday outside of here, went to the UPS store. We stopped to get a cup of coffee because it was pouring. And we met 2 ladies that go to your school, that went to her school.
One goes down the nursing school. It's the best nursing school in the county.
It's great.
Palm Beach State.
And then I talked to 3 other kids from your school. There must be like a bulletin board, something going on up there. So we have a few new kids coming in tomorrow from your school as well. But the nature of this beast, to learn this business, is your desire is the first thing. And then you put forth what you do. Encyclopedia is Joseph, right? Joseph put out a piece on Kobe Bryant yesterday.
That's great.
I got a lot of comments about it. It was number 1. It was really good. It was smart. It was done tastefully and everything else. And that's what I'm talking about.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, it's Would You Rather Wednesday. Let's see what hot topics we've got, what questions we can pose to the crew, and give us a call. Let us know what you would rather based on our questions. 888-994-4995, Studio A. More to come on Hump Day, and we'll be right back.
Imagine this is your money, and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money, and they can take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter right over here that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash, and we're going to take it from you right now. So what do? You fight back by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And hey, we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws, and we'll fight really hard to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time right now can save you thousands of dollars. And the best part, it's a free call. So please call right now.
Call 800-651-4808.
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, tasty Richard Pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
What do you got cooking?
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather? Game on. Would you rather hop everywhere or skip everywhere?
Skip.
Skip.
Skip versus hop?
Skip.
Why? When was the last time you skipped?
Yesterday he was skipping. We skipped into the bathroom.
When was the last time you skipped?
This morning.
You skip?
Of course.
Like twerk?
I didn't say twerk.
You skip.
Yeah. Skip. For
Ryan,
them
you
too.
ever skip?
The board people say skip.
Skip? You'd rather skip or hop?
Why, you hop?
Skip.
No, but I've just said, think how funny that is. Like,
You look funny hopping. First
I
of
look
all,
so funny hopping. You should see me yesterday working out. You have
you
to
were hopping?
Yes, they have you like hopping and like a skip on the treadmill because it's supposed to, you know, burn different energies, and then hopping here. I'm like, you look so ridiculous. I'm looking in the mirror thinking, this is like insanity what I look like skipping and hopping.
Can I tell you why hopping is only left for certain people?
Why?
Think about it. He knows.
He knows why hopping's only good for
You
certain
don't understand
people?
why? Nathan?
He plays a fifth.
Because women that hop are better attractive looking than men who hop. I don't want to see a man hop.
Oh my gosh, seriously?
God.
Gosh.
Think
I
about
can't believe
it.
you have to explain that to me. That's insanity.
You know, which is really difficult to explain it to you in public, Lucy.
But I got it.
Don't you get it?
I got it.
There is nothing like watching a female hopping as opposed to a male. Not so
Everyone
much.
just needs to have on their proper undergarments, and then we're good.
Some do,
And some
and
don't.
some don't. And would you rather?
All right, consensus says, I guess, skipping.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. You can only hear one song for the rest of your life. Would you rather it be Baby by Justin Bieber or Red by Taylor Swift?
I don't know Red.
Yeah, I don't know Red either, so I guess I'll take that because,
You don't like Baby.
yeah, nobody does.
Nobody likes Baby?
Nah.
Yeah.
No.
All right,
No, baby.
Would you rather have Dolly Parton's wardrobe or Billie Eilish's wardrobe?
Dolly Parton.
Billie Eilish.
Yes.
You thought you'd rather Billie Eilish, right?
Yeah.
Dolly Parton.
What are you going to do with Dolly Parton's wardrobe?
What won't I do?
It'd be like having a
What
Barbie
won't
store.
I do?
What would you do?
It doesn't matter. I can fly a kite. I can fly her brassiere. Who cares?
You're not going to wear it? You just want it?
I just want people to know that I have it.
Oh, my gosh.
Let me put it on
Abdullah?
my head. And
I guess Dolly.
do you know who she is?
No.
She's a very short, 4'9", big busted blonde, and she sings like that.
How old do you think Dolly Parton? She's got to be
68.
No, you're 62.
Yeah.
You think she's only a few years older than you?
Yeah, 70 maybe.
No way. How old is Dolly Parton? Let's look it up.
She did the song 9 to 5, working 9 to 5.
This sounds like, is she famous for songs in the 80s? That's
Yes. 70s, 80s, yes. But she's also a
She's 78. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
You were off by a factor of.
Listen, I love her, and you should see her. She has so much the work done on her. She looks like she's 50.
All right. Would you rather live under the sea or in space?
Under the sea.
Why?
Because space we know all about. Under the sea we know nothing about.
Would you be a merman? I'd like to be a mermaid.
I'd rather be a turtle. Merman.
You'd
What the
rather
hell's
be
a
a turtle
merman?
than a merman?
No, I'd rather be a shark. I don't know. Under the sea.
Abdullah, where would you rather live, under the sea or in space?
I don't know. Both sound kind of terrifying in their own ways. But I guess. So I take either risk getting crushed by
a meteor?
water
An
pressure,
asteroid.
or getting risk to getting sucked, getting the oxygen sucked out of me in space. I guess.
Do you think?
The
Do you
analytical
think a
side of
fish
it.
knows when
Under the
it?
sea, he says.
Do you think a fish knows
Down where it's wetter.
when it has to stop before it implodes?
Yes.
You think a fish knows?
I'm not sure.
It has to know. Otherwise, it would burst.
Well, there are some that are like bottom feeders, right? You've got the crabs and the lobsters and everything that's on the ground. And then you've got the other fish that don't go.
They're at this ground. They don't go to the crevice of the earth all the
Can
way
you
down to the
imagine? Is there
bottom.
anything on the crevice of the earth
Oh yeah,
besides
it's
Atlantis?
whole people. People.
What kind of people you think are down there?
Big-headed people.
Big-headed people?
Aliens.
What? Aliens? Well, people talked about that. You think there's aliens in the bottom of the sea?
Yes. They have big heads.
Abdullah, you?
We don't know what goes down there in the ocean.
Your father's a professor, right?
Yeah, my dad. No, my dad is like a computer engineer.
So doesn't
not
he
a
have-
marine biologist? Though.
Doesn't he
He's
have
not a
like
marine
an
biologist,
idea when
right?
he computer animates something? He says, "Listen, this is what's at the bottom of the sea," like a Google Maps or something. No.
No, my dad is not that kind of guy.
Cool maps. All right. Do you think there's aliens in the bottom of the sea, Ryan?
Maybe not aliens, but definitely marine life that we don't know about. Probably some really terrifying stuff. So just because of that, I'd rather live in space because at the very least,
There's no terrifying stuff in space.
I mean, not that we know of.
Did you hear about the caves in the moon?
Gotta
On
read
Mars?
Frank's book.
Now, what's the name of the ex-owner?
Elon Musk.
Yes, he's going to Mars. He wants to explore the caves. Did you see this?
Can you imagine if you had that much money that you could just do whatever you wanted to do and like, let's just go to Mars, let's just go to space, let's do anything.
Well, he did buy Twitter for 40-something billion dollars.
He got ripped off. What he bought was half accounts that weren't real. Did you see this? That's why X changed. So he had to get rid of all the fake accounts. So he ended up buying this when he thought he was buying this.
They talk about that all the time.
Got ripped off big time.
I
It's
think
sad
about
how
Gio.
the space travel was, how the space race was once a feat, a contest of like ideologies, in the 60s, between America and the Soviet Union, and scientific progress was like made for the benefit of all mankind, has just been reduced into a dick measuring contest between billionaires. A dick measuring.
The
Thank
mind
you.
of Abdullah.
Thank you, Abdullah. Yes, you just said that, yes.
All right, would
I'm sorry if I was.
Yes, you had to cut that out.
would you rather smell like feet or smell like eggs?
Oh, my
Ooh.
God. It's the same
Would
difference.
you rather smell like feet or smell like eggs? So you walk in a room and you either smell like feet or eggs.
Are the eggs cooked? Are the eggs raw?
You never smelled an egg? Dawn took out an egg to eat yesterday. I almost died.
I know. Sorry.
Eggs can't smell that
They
bad.
smell like sulfur. They're horrible.
I've eaten eggs in the past. I have never. So the only time I ever smell eggs is like when it's like when you have on the pan.
You ever smell your feet? What your feet smell like?
Awful.
So I guess in your world, eggs is better.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You think everyone's feet smell bad?
Oh my God.
Eggs are edible, feet are not,
But
unless
don't
you're
you
a cannibal.
wonder why dogs like socks? Why
Because
would
they
a
like
dog
rotten things.
Why would dog want to eat your dirty socks?
Because they want to clean it. They want to get the. You ever seen a dog the way it goes at its leeches and things that it has on itself? My funniest thing was when my mother was alive, she used to say, if a dog or a cat licks your feet, they will cure it of whatever is ailing you. I said, Mom, I'm not going to have Nina the dog lick on my toes because I have full of fungus. She says, well, if you
There's
do.
fungus among us.
Fungus among us. If you do, it'll clear it up. It says, are you insane? Have you lost your mind? But this is what old things. You, feet or eggs?
Eggs.
What about you, Nathan?
Neither.
Well, you have to pick one.
He chooses not to.
Well, then we're gonna pick for you.
Would you rather have eyes in the back of your head or be able to taste with your fingers?
Eyes at the back of my head.
Eyes.
Definitely
Taste
eyes.
with your fingers? So, like, you can do this and you can taste it? Eyes in the back of your
You're
head?
very sour. I'd rather taste with
You're
my
like a
fingers.
Sour Patch Kid?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'd rather taste with my fingers. Because that way, when I shake your hand, it tastes very unworthy.
Oh, my gosh. All right, more to come on that. Chelsea sent over some games. Apparently, it's back to Gen Z slang.
Oh, no.
You guys know some slang? Are you considered Gen Z?
Yeah, we are Gen Z, but however, as you know, that Gen Z, we are now starting to get, older now. The new current generation is Gen Alpha.
Gen Alpha?
Yeah, that's the current generation. I think that the people who are people born in 2010.
Gen Alpha.
Yeah, that's the current generation.
Are you a Gen Alpha?
2010 to what now?
I don't know. I was
So
born
your
in
grandkids
99.
are Gen Alpha. Can you imagine when they grow up and they're going to go, Pop, do you remember when? You're going to give them these old stories. When I was a kid, I would hang my laundry on the rope and my mother would say, let's, whatever it was. And they're going to go, wow, that's such a cool story. You should document. Like, you're going to be that person they want to document your stories about.
And they're going to go, boy, you are old. Watch this. I hit my phone and it dries my clothes.
Exactly.
I'm going to say, yeah, but that's not healthy.
It'll be like
yeah,
the Jetsons.
Gen Alpha, apparently there's a phenomenon of, like, teachers are just, like, quitting en masse because, Gen Alpha, because according to them, Gen Alpha, they can't read.
You can't read?
No, we're Gen Z. Of course. Gen Z, we are probably the last generation.
And then it went back to now they have to start again at A?
No, they don't know the alphabet. Do you know how many letters are in the alphabet?
27?
Holy smokes. Are you serious? The American alphabet, English, not the Latino. Latino has 27. What's the American alphabet?
Then 26.
Why does the Latino have, because they've got the N and the
Enya.
Enye? See, I even knew that.
Yeah.
Did you know how many letters are in the alphabet? Honestly?
And it was definitely in the 20s.
You guys?
26.
You knew that?
I knew that.
Do you guys know how many letters are in the alphabet? Yeah, well, you're an encyclopedia. You better know. Nathan, what about you?
26. She
I
said
gotta tell
27.
you.
I'm thinking I'm missing a letter.
But I'm going to tell you, if you ask that question, they have it on tests because of the differences in the Latino segment and in the English segment, and we're in Florida, and some people get confused.
You know, there's differences even amongst Spanish, like a Chilean Spanish is going to be different from Mexican Spanish, and there's also the original European Spanish.
Yes, that's true. And you got Spain. They talk with the ñ, the corazón. Corazón. That's
heart, right?
from Spain. In Puerto Rico, it's corazón with a Z. And in Spain, it's corazón. My uncle's wife is in Spain. She used to drive me nuts when she spoke her Spanish because it was different. And when we had that show on Friday, Impulso Latino, all three of them are from different countries. And each one, when they start to talk together, it drives me insane because each one is saying the same thing, but it has a different dialogue, like you're saying.
Yeah, I heard about Chilean Spanish. It's like weirdly, like very Germanicized in some ways.
It's not really, it's just different. But yes, you're right.
All right, Nate, you ready with Gen Z slang?
Oh, God.
Oh, God. OD, very demure, very mindful. Very demure, very mindful. Is that like one sentence?
Anyone know what OD is?
I've never heard of that. This has to be a general.
Encyclopedia, you never heard it either?
Too much, you're going too hard.
Wow. You ever heard this? Very determined and mindful?
That's very demure, very mindful means very put together, classy and organized. All right, if very demure. I used to be demure. I'm not so demure
What
anymore.
is that?
It's like very ladylike and very proper and very like, oh, British, elegant, demure. But yet, I think women that were demure does not necessarily mean they were innocent and not thinking. Very demure. You're well calculated. You still know what's going on. You might just be very elegant and very ladylike. Very mindful. I think we know what mindful is. Nate, can you put that last screen back up and let's see what it said? Oodie, I don't know what that is.
I thought
Oodie.
that one.
Very put together, classy, and organized. All right, very
Oodie?
mindful. No, that's mindful.
What is Oodie?
Oodie?
Yeah.
Oodie?
Anybody know what that is?
No, I've never heard
Is
of it.
it Odie or Oodie?
Odie.
If anyone's watching, can you
Odie.
say it?
Odie.
O-O-O-D-E.
But this is not Odie.
O-D.
Does she have a definition for Odie?
It says too much, going too hard.
Oh. All right, that's it. I'm going to tell you, I dated a few ODs in my day. And they were very demure. You know, there's an old saying.
ODs are not
We don't have
demure.
to see a single
There's an old
skibbity.
saying. Date the priest's daughter. No, it's not the priest. Date the, what's another word for priest?
Pastor?
Yeah, date the pastor's daughter because they're very demure.
Yeah.
And
that's
they're
the thing.
hottie.
It's all like on the outside. It's like Orthodox, religious, ultra.
Because they have to be because of the people around them.
But yet, when they're out and about, not so much. Ever see the show Being Amish or
Yes,
not being
yes, I
Amish
was
when
just
they
gonna
leave the
say that,
Amish
yeah.
country, right? And
They
it's
get
what
24 hours to be themselves.
what it's really
and
like.
they disappear.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine being so
Amish?
religious and so in your traditions of your culture, your religion, that you can't do what the other people
Well,
around
that's
society
you.
are doing? Like even to the point where you don't have electric.
Can't have a tattoo, have to be buried right away. There's a lot of stuff you got to do. You can't turn on the light,
Electric, cars,
phone. Yeah.
AC, blow dryer, all of those things.
No deodorant. No deodorant.
What?
Can you imagine?
No.
Can you imagine having no deodorant in that hot sun, working that farm with the talking horse, Mr. Ed? Know what that's like? Yeah, will you date an Amish woman?
Would you rather smell like that feet or the eggs?
You. None of it. I would just revolt. I would tell
How
my
many showers
parents
do you
I'm
take a
leaving.
day?
17, if I could.
But think how different that is, right? When you're in a culture that your society says these are the norms, you can't do any of these things in your. You don't even have a phone and nothing, and you're looking out in the world, and you get out, you go to school, you're assimilated into school, and you see all your other friends doing these things.
You ever go to school and they stink, and then your other friends smell good? Who do you hang out with?
When you're in middle school, no one smells good.
Oh, I know. It's bad.
In middle school, no one smells
I-
Who
good.
do you hang out with?
I mean, in terms of hanging out, like, I hang out with this guy right here.
How does he smell?
You
You ever smell him?
No, but from what I could tell,
He doesn't smell.
he doesn't. I'm pretty sure he showers.
Every day?
Does he smell?
Yeah, not really.
Not really. Sometimes.
Yeah, maybe here.
Everyone's
Every
here
here and
pretty
there.
clean smelling.
So yeah, at least he's honest. So, but you got to be with somebody. See, when you work with Dawn, you better come smelling okay. The last thing I do is I shower myself in cologne because I said, if I don't, she's going to say, you stink. Remember Baxton?
Yes.
Remember Baxton the first time you
I
came?
miss him. Oh my gosh. That was
Baxton, we love you, but you stunk the first time you were here.
My dad could tell. Apparently his nose is like sensitive. He could tell like when someone stinks. Well, like.
And he tells you?
Yes.
Would you want your significant other, boyfriend, friend, whatever, to tell you if you a little fungus among us?
Nope, that would be the most embarrassing thing.
You don't want anybody to tell you, though?
I die.
What about pass you an anonymous note? Nothing?
I guess that's better, but
You don't wanna be
someone telling
told.
me face to face, you smell. Go take a shower. I'm just like.
What about when you get in someone's car and it
Guess I'll
smells
die.
funky?
Very funky. Very funky. Would you want someone to tell you?
Sorry?
Would you want someone to tell you if there was fungal among us?
Discreetly.
Discreetly, okay.
Because
That's fair.
I don't want you to announce it in a crowd full of people.
No, you don't
that
want to
you
do that.
smell.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Well, when you go into a room and people give you compliments, there's those that are truly compliments, and then those compliments that are like these left-handed compliments to make you think, what do they really mean by that? Like if they said something like, oh, you smell so different. What is that? Smell? As opposed to, oh, wow, you smell delicious. Is that like vanilla? So,
Have you ever heard anybody say to you, you smell so different? Have you heard that, actually?
Yes.
You have heard that?
Yes.
Say it to
like,
you.
what is that cologne you're wearing?
Say it to you?
Sure.
First of all, you don't wear cologne, so let's keep
They're
going.
always like, you smell, well, I wear vanilla. But
So
what is that?
people
Is
find
that-
it. So women have this thing they put in their hair sometimes. I'm allergic to it.
Don't get too close to women. I know, but women are always all over you.
What are you, insane?
They're kissing you. They're like, oh, Freddie. I know you don't like to touch anyone.
It's not true. But there are certain aromas that I'm allergic to. So let's say you meet somebody, and some kids, like one of the producers that came in here, what was his name? Josh 2?
Yeah, oh, he always smelled delicious, right?
He smelled delicious. This kid used to walk in and says, yo, bro, what are you wearing? And I used to buy what he used to buy.
JP
It was
always smelled good, right?
Unbelievable. JP, if you're watching.
But like, can you say that to people? I can say more of it than you can. Well, you could say it to a guy.
I can say it to anybody.
You would say, oh, you smell delicious?
Absolutely. I don't mean that sexually. I mean, you smell good. You guys wouldn't tell a girl you smell delicious? Why?
That comes off as like kind of creepy.
That's if you creepy. Are you creepy?
No.
Well, then how can it come off creepy if you're not creepy?
I don't know. Especially if it's just like some random girl that she could take it the wrong way, and I'd rather not risk.
You ever tell your peers, wow, you smell delicious? No?
No, that's
Never? That's
no.
too much?
Too much.
Too much.
Too
A little shy? You don't want her to say, oh, thank you. How would you feel if she said, thank you very much, I appreciate your honesty?
I mean, I guess.
Look, he's turning colors. That's okay. That's all right. Don't worry about it. Nice. With you? Are you too shy too?
Girlfriend that.
Oh, you tell your girlfriend?
Yeah.
She smells delicious.
Yeah, sure.
The day before she was your girlfriend, did you tell her she smelled good?
Yeah, sure.
There you go. So you've done it. Now you're seeking attention when you do it, though, right? You want people to say, "Oh, he's interested. Oh, let me liven it up." There's nothing wrong with that. That's why you're here, right? Man, you dating someone?
No.
Okay, but if a man came up to you and said you smell delicious, would you be offended?
Depending on the context of the conversation.
What about you walk into a room? Wow, you smell delicious. Is that offensive?
No. Nothing offends me anymore.
Nothing.
Wow.
That
Really?
offends you?
No.
What the hell are you wearing? I'm only kidding.
That's the other side of it.
Funny.
No, it's funny what people can say, though.
Why?
Because in our business, it's body language. It's just as much as what they verbally say as what you see with their eyes. Because men seem to speak with their eyes without always speaking.
No, that ain't what they're speaking with, but
Come on.
Nathan.
You've seen it.
Of course I've seen it. But you encourage it.
I do not
Yes,
encourage
you
it.
do. And this innocence of you not
As the
encouraging
demureness
it
of me.
is making it
Why?
worse.
Because because women walk into a room and suddenly it's okay for the guys to go, Even women do that.
I noticed.
Women will dress you, undress you from top to bottom and back up, and they think you don't know.
I know.
Is
And
it hard for men to keep their eyes focused when you're in a conversation?
not for me.
You guys? Probably not for you guys either.
Do you ever notice body parts on a woman when you're talking to her? Do you keep your eyes on her eyes?
I try to.
You try, but it doesn't mean you're 100% successful, right?
Not all the time.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nathan, I'm watching you. That's why Nathan has sunglasses all the time, because he's like, his eyes are wiggly eyes. But you can say something like, you have a beautiful blouse today.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
I love the way your shoes hug your feet.
Oh my gosh, we were interviewing someone the other day, and their
Oh.
blouse was a little small, and I didn't know whether I should like stand in front of them to block the camera or
Why would
say
you do that?
something because I don't think they knew.
They knew. They were showing it off. There's nothing wrong. Madonna walked
So,
around
like,
with a
what do you
brassiere.
do if you're like voluminous and you're hanging out of your shirt?
I said
Do you
you're
want-
looking very voluminous.
But you can't. Here you are doing an interview, and you try to cover them up or be.
Why are you
like,
going to cover them up? What's the matter with you? You got them. God gave them to you. Show them if you want to
them,
show them.
really?
Come on now. You're looking so that people will listen to you. I wish I could be voluminous. I'm not voluminous.
Voluptuous?
Not
You
even
might be
that.
Voluminous.
I'm-
It's the hair. It's voluminously voluptuous.
Not even. I don't even have that. I got to wear hats that hide the not having the hair thing. I told you every year I wanted to go bald. Shave it all
You should
off.
do it.
I don't know. I don't know if I have the nerve.
You guys think we should go to a barbershop and
No, we don't need to take a public opinion on that. Thank you very much for playing, fellas. But you guys have a set of hair. This guy has a beard, for God's sake.
Average, Middle Eastern genetics. Like once you hit like at 14, boys they will immediately grow beards.
That's you? 14, you grew a beard, you sprouted?
Yeah. I got a beard at like
High school.
High school.
You too? You shave?
I shave.
What do you shave? You look like your peach
he
fuzz
looks like
is
Doogie
version.
Howser, right?
You look like Dewey Howser. What do you shave?
I usually shave like three times a week.
Really? What,
Yeah.
you get a 5 o'clock shadow?
No, a 36-hour shadow.
I want you to come in not shaved. I want to see what it looks like. And then
Okay.
we'll shave here in the
But
bathroom.
he's got light blonde hair. He probably wouldn't even see it.
You have a blonde beard?
Yeah, I would if I didn't shave.
Really? Do you shave?
I'm so used to you like not having a beard. The idea of you with a beard is kind of cursed.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Thanks.
It's good. It shows a little
You
pizzazz.
can't ask a woman if she shaves.
Why?
Because it's like ridiculousness.
But it's truthfulness. Do you shave any part of your body, your armpit?
Yes.
You guys got commercials now.
I
You
was
got
gonna be
special
like,
razors.
We got razors to shave
Special.
everything because we got special razors to
I
shave
bought
down
one of those
there.
to see
You
what
got special-
happened.
No, not on your
On my face. It doesn't work.
They got special razors for men for manscaping now too.
Do they? I need a whole kit. I need like,
Can you imagine what that's like? I know you think men are gross.
oh my, I wouldn't date a guy.
You know, you're like, oh, I couldn't do that.
I couldn't. But you don't shave then.
Sure.
Oh, there you have it. Do you use a little Naxima? No?
You're too much.
You find that inappropriate to talk about
well,
women
think
shaving?
men shave their face. Women have to shave their entire body.
Men have to shave their whole bodies too.
You shave your whole body?
Everything.
You.
Yes. Yes.
Can you imagine if you did?
I did.
When?
I have.
If your swimmers do.
I did. I was in a swimming meet one time and I had to. No. I have. When, it's really funny. When you get married, you start doing all sorts of funky stuff.
Really?
Yeah. And then you have a party about it.
See what you guys have to look forward to?
Don't get married.
All right. Let's wrap
But
this up.
he has a blonde 5 o'clock shot. I'm dying to see what he would look like.
More to come in our midday show. Today we're going to honor the families and the friends and everyone that we lost in 9/11. So have a nice morning, everyone. Stay safe. I can't believe how many years it's been.
I know.
We'll see you midday.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.